Uh, Good evening, Javier. Here is your sewer scope video from today. This is me underneath the stairs, just kind of giving orientation. There's the access point, the cleanouts. This is black ABS pipe, very normal in houses built in the 2000s to basically start out this way. Uh, Good material, very typical again, like I said. I'm just probably getting myself situated here. I'll pause up ahead a little bit to turn off some water. I tried to push through dry. I thought that it was going to be a relatively short run, um, 60, 70 feet or so. It turned out not to be, but so I started out dry. The white on your right on the screen is either cleaning material or residue from cooking. Plastic pipe tends not to hold uh, any kind of grease or anything like that very easily. Definitely doesn't hold anything else. Transitioning to PVC pipe, polyvinyl chloride pipe, uh, typical. The darker section is the bottom of the pipe, just for your reference. If you see water, and I'll have to turn water on here in a little bit, but if you see that, that's where the bottom of the pipe is. The purple that you see is primer. When you're connecting sections of white PVC, you prime the pipe with a primer that's purple, and then glue it up from there. You notice, especially you were home during the inspection, so you know all the volume of water that was being run. Uh, Not only all the fixtures in the house, but also the washing machine. And not to have any water being held in the pipe is a really good sign. It means that there's no blockage, there's no dips or low spots in the pipe. Um, uh, for the couple of hours that I was there prior to doing the sewer scope, water I would say was running almost on a continuous basis. So again, really good sign that there's no issues or concerns there. As we get further along in the push here, because, and like I said, I'm using the smallest camera that I have. Uh, with all the twists and turns, it starts to get difficult to push the cable forward. So yeah, here's another twist right here. Uh, Upward bend, starting to become difficult. Once we get to 90 feet or so, it'll become really challenging. So what I'm doing right now is I'm pausing just to go to the utility sink by the laundry and turn on some water. That's going to help me get the everything moving forward. And then from there, you'll see a volume of water at the bottom of the pipe pushing through. Nothing to be concerned about. If there's a bigger volume, it's again everything seems to be free flowing through the pipe, uh, at least as we looked at today. Bear with me as we look at this. Just wait for the water to catch up. I'll push back and forth a couple times to see if I can't get going. But then again, once the water reaches this section of pipe, again we're 70, almost 75 feet out. It'll take a while for it to get to us. Then things will move relatively smoothly through the rest of the push. Like I said, I'm using my smallest, it's a Scout 3 camera, um, relatively thin cable, so it doesn't do well with a lot of twists and turns or with a longer length.  . . 。 . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . Get going a little bit. You'll see there he goes. There's that volume of water catching up with us. So with my camera, I've got 115 feet of cable, and coincidentally, that's basically the length to the city connection. No damage anywhere in the pipe. Sometimes with plastic pipe, especially at the installation, the backhoe person, when they're backfilling in the trench for the pipe, they may get a little aggressive and either ding the pipe with the bucket of the backhoe, or uh, dropping aggregate from too high of a position. And a little challenging to push forward here. You notice some of the gunk and the junk in the water there below. That's basically a function of the cable and the camera head. I'm dislodging some of the stuff that's kind of built up over the years. It's actually a benefit to the pipe that I'm actually, in a certain degree, cleaning it, because there's an abrasive that's running through the pipe. Um, it's not indicative of, normal flow or anything like that. So this will actually help the pipe out a little bit. You could, down the road, a few years, 2, 3 years, decide to clean the pipe if you wanted to, but at the moment it's in really pretty decent shape. Now we're just about to the end of the pipe. You'll see it here in a moment. There it is. That's the city connection right there. I'll pull back and keep the camera on throughout on the return trip. Feel free to watch it. As always, please reach out to me with any questions.